one strip to the other one, which is what we're going to do with your compressor.
That's how audio works.
Yeah, and that's why my ass hurts.
Well, told you don't use the coconut oil. It was too old, but you didn't listen to me.
Hey, welcome to
Back
another
to the
edition
show.
of the Digression Podcast.
Where we digress.
Today's date is March 15th, 2017.
That's like the future from the 60s.
Actually, it's crazy? We're constantly living in the future from the 60s.
Isn't it crazy? Except we don't have flying cars. And like the one show that used to be on called Space 1999, it's kind of how they envisioned, we'd be in space.
That's it going over my head.
It was all these cool little...
over my head.
No, it was a pretty cool show. And the things they did on the show... for the time, it's like Alex was saying that he watched 2001 Space Odyssey for the first time.
Whoa.
And he was mind blown. It blew him away. And
No
one of the things that
kidding.
blew him away was just how crazy they were able to make everything look. I mean, this was 60 and change. Go no further.
Yeah.
But they didn't have CG.
It was all built sets, right?
Yeah.
And miniatures.
Fucking Kubrick, man. He had a fucking space boner for like detail in space.
Well, you could tell there's detail in that. Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, still though, my all-time favorite is the sequel, man.
2002.
2010.
Okay.
You're being funny. He's funny. He'll be here all week.
Yeah.
Remember to tip your waitress.
2002.
Server. We call them servers now. There was a time in the 90s where they referred to waitresses and waiters as waitrons.
Like, Waitron is something out of a Fallout game.
Well,
like it's a robot.
I know that, but before
robot.
that, it was like waiters and waitresses. It was really cool because they were like the Trons. We call them the Trons.
The Trons.
The Trons.
Jesus, so we have this old space movie.
I need a Tron in here.
We have this old space movie from like the 70s. Trons. We got to bring Trons back.
Well,
we got to bring that back.
I'm sorry.
No, I like Trons. We got to bring that back.
It's a much better. What do you call it? Wait, I just like it better than servers.
Yeah, servers is too close to servants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm fixing my shit again.
He's fucking with his mic.
Hey.
Hold on, I'm getting a weird hum. What the fuck? Oh, sorry. I was hearing like air was blowing in. Never mind. Maybe I'm hearing things. Maybe the ship is coming to get me.
They're coming to take me away.
Ha ha.
That was Barnes and Barnes, wasn't it?
I don't. You know, it's sad. I didn't hear the original of that. It was Puff Diddy, or he's Puff Daddy, I think, at that time.
Then he was Puff Diddy, then he was Sean Puffy?
No, now he's like P. Diddy, or I don't know.
No, he was P. Diddy. He's something else now.
No, he was.
Why do I sound hot? I feel like I sound hot.
No.
Oh, maybe it's just me.
Oh, fuck's sake. No, he was known as Puff Daddy. And he had the song with Mace.
Like the can?
Coming to take me away. Ha ha.
Ah.
Yeah, I think so. It could be.
He didn't write it originally.
Mudvayne did it too. Yeah.
Barnes and Barnes did Fish Heads, I think.
Ah.
Fish heads, roly-poly fish heads.
Jesus.
Fish heads, eat 'em up, yum.
Again.
No, yeah,
I was negative 20.
Did you ever listen to Dr. Demento?
No, I didn't.
Dr. Demento was this radio talent dude. He had his own show for like ever. In fact, it's syndicated now on some stations. I don't know if he's still actually broadcasting, but he would just play silly. All he ever played were just silly, weird, off the beaten path songs.
Like all originals, like Weird Al?
Yeah. That's
kidding.
I believe, that's where Weird Al got his start, kind of, with Yoda. I think it was Yoda.
Gotcha.
Yoda. That one.
Oh, I gotcha.
But he did one of my favorites, and it's hard to find. I've been trying to find it. I had it once, and then I lost it again. I'm all out of love. Never mind.
Wow. Wow,
sorry.
You just went somewhere deep.
Deep.
That was a sweet, deep jam.
Yeah, that was.
I don't know what that is. You're looking at me. That's.
Never mind. I'm not going to do this.
I noticed one thing. We got to change that to the time, so we know how much time we have left.
Can you do it live?
We are very prepared. I'll let you know when he clicks it. He's going to time, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. That's back to beats. He did it wrong.
But we had time there.
Here we go.
See, time's right there.
How long? Is that 4 minutes?
Yes.
God, we've been doing this for almost 5 minutes. We're so sorry. We've gone nowhere We talked about old shit, man. It's good.
But we call it the digression for a reason. But I was saying
a squirrel.
But back to this is like callback digression.
Okay.
2001.
Yeah. Why was 2010 better?
I liked 10 better. It was more. Well, it had Roy fucking Scheider in it, and you cannot go wrong with Roy fucking Scheider. It had John Lithgow.
Oh God, I loved him on Third Rock from the Sun.
Yeah,
he's a great actor.
Here he is in pre-Third Rock, already in space.
Nice
Connection? I think so. Maybe not.
Maybe no.
But it was just good. I just liked how they went back to Jupiter to find the Discovery and get on and talk to Hal and interrogate him, like beat him with a rubber hose and stuff.
When's the next one? Did they make one after that?
There is Clark did write a sequel called 2061, 2, 3 something.
Did they go to Uranus then?
They did. The Klingons were there.
The Klingons were in Uranus?
Yes. The Klingons were in
Hopefully
Uranus.
there wasn't a blood moon.
Let's see. We got Trump's taxes.
Yeah, you mean 1 year worth of taxes?
2005.
Jesus.
But you got to admit, man.
12 years old.
The way
That's great.
fucking paparazzi fucking jumped on that shit like it was a hot potato, and it just turned out to be cold fucking potato salad.
You know, it's funny. It's just this weird. It's almost a symbiotic relationship between the media who hates Trump and Trump.
Yeah, and you had a point today.
Yeah, they need him. Like their ratings are at the fucking all-time high. Look at like SNL. Like Trump is a major reason that show is doing really, really well.
But let's think about it. Is this all part of the plan?
Who knows? I mean, whether you agree with them or not, it doesn't matter. They're all benefiting off of them.
No, yeah, everybody's profiting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's just keep that going. As long as it's just not the upper tier, the top something percent.
I mean, who knew he would just... Well, yeah.
Is that what they call it?
The billionaires and high
I just don't pay attention to it, man. I just keep my nose down, kind of, and work, and just pay my fucking rent, you know?
Hey, that was the shower thought I saw on Reddit. I think we were talking about this over dinner. It was really interesting how your employer, basically, they bribe you to enough money to forget your dreams. That's
kind of scary too when you actually
think about that. Yeah, that's what your job is. You're getting paid. Basically, they're bribing you to forget about your dreams. Just
I mean, how many people do you know who are so concerned about retirement, and don't take it wrong? I'm not belittling retirement. You do have to plan for it.
Yeah.
But you don't want the bulk of your life should not be laborious. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm saying labor, yes. Work, yes. But you shouldn't have to work the bulk of your life and then have a couple years to where you can golf in Miami or whatever it is the fuck you want to do.
Yeah.
But I'm reading a book right now, and one of the things in the book they had was that life is basically a game in this
simulation.
In this book, it's a simulation.
Okay.
And so, sorry, dry throat.
He's got a dry throat.
I don't want to cough.
A simulation theory. It's funny. There's a lot of philosophers who go into that.
Basically, the society wanted people who could work without bitching about their jobs and hating their mundane existence all day. And so they thought for a while, and then they said, hey, let's give them video games, but let's give them really good video games. So now what's going on?
Video games.
This is the thought processy, right? Not necessarily a concrete thing. Is the spot of the deal is to have workers who come to work, and like I said, they're not bitter, but they're actually mindless at work because they're just thinking about the game they want to fucking play, and that keeps them from bitching about work because the only thing they're going to bitch about now is that they're at work too much.
So that's the distraction to
numb the game is the distraction to numb the fact that you're working, then after that you sleep, and then eventually you die. Is
it the same corporation who made the game who they're working for?
I don't know, but I'd go back to the symbiotic relationship comment you made earlier.
Yeah, I suppose this is kind of we got to bitch about them because that is how we make our money, and then Trump has to do things that we can bitch about, and even if Trump does something right, we got to bitch about it.
Yes.
So it's crazy. It's like
because we're used to bitching.
This symbiosis, you can't trust the media then. And you can't trust him either. You know what I mean? Like
come on.
It's just not really working.
You're just now discovering that we can't trust the media?
No. I just want people to realize.
All this is doing is taking
there are more enemies than one man as the president.
This is just taking the sheep's clothing off of the media for once.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You know, because I mean, if you have a constant predator out there who always comes at you the same way, and that's how media is. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, we do need media. The people do need to be informed. But,
privately owned media?
Well, we just need
publicly
clear,
owned
concise,
media
and conscientious media that holds itself accountable.
Yep.
You know? Like, I want fucking Will McAvoy from Newsroom. I want that Newsroom.
Yeah.
Because they would I just want people who are steadfast in their ethics and their morals, you know, and they...
Sure, yeah.
It is for the people, and it's not for the pocketbook.
Yeah, and there's no ulterior motive. You know what I mean? Like, that's the problem. Like, NBC, GE owns NBC. So you're not going to see any negative press about General Electric on an NBC news channel.
Well,
and that's what
unless you're David Letterman. David Letterman used to fucking go after his own sponsors when he was on the show. Yeah, he would go after them, and it would be like, dude, this is your fucking station. He'd be like, oh, fuck, I'm going to go over to ABC now. Or was it CBS? No, CBS.
I don't know which one he's on.
Yeah.
How's Colbert doing with that show, by the way? I haven't seen a single episode of him. Apparently he's doing okay. I mean, he's still doing it.
He's still doing it. I mean, I know more about John Oliver. He pops up in my stream all the time.
John Oliver's show is really good. Last week, that's a really good show.
Yeah, I enjoy his commentary. I like his fervor. You know, just how he, you know, it's because it's fucking stupid. That's why they're complaining.
Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly. Yep.
You know, he just I like his exclamations.
He's a cheeky little Brit guy, but he's funny. The deep dive in. I mean, it's funny like the Daily Show used to be, but it dives deeper into topics than the Daily Show did, I think.
Yeah, unless it was something that Jon Stewart felt very strongly about.
Yep. There were certain things he would definitely come out there and suck up a decent amount in the show.
I do like the fact that he's had presidents on there, though.
Who's that?
He had Obama.
Oh, yeah, the Daily Show got huge guests. Oliver doesn't really bring... I mean, he does, it's just not as much.
He doesn't bring the flotsam in.
Well, his show's not also daily. His show's weekly, so...
But it's like a little harder. It's a pleb-free show.
Yeah, there you go.
No plebs.
No plebs. No plebs, indeed.
No plebs. Are you a pleb? No.
That's it. No, his show's really good. I see... Kimmel's really killing it. I mean, I see him in a lot of shit.
Kimmel and Fallon are both.
Fallon has really nailed it. Absolutely.
I think those two are just the front runners.
They're the new ones. I think they'll both be in there until they're really old, like old Carson.
Yeah, they're doing it. Yeah. They're both doing it right.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, they're not. They're staying out of the limelight. I think. Is it? No, I heard that Fallon has a bit of a drinking problem.
What?
Yeah. It was like that's that when he had that Band-Aid on his hand for the longest time.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess he. This is derivative.
Jimmy Fallon has a drinking problem.
Well, that's what the internet was saying, and you know what they say about the internet.
The internet, they know all.
No, there's supposedly derivative information. That's how he got the Band-Aid. He injured his hand somehow.
You know, when I get drunk, I injure my hand.
Well, that's from just doing something repetitively.
Rope burn. He could have just fallen.
Well,
Jimmy fallen.
Everybody, could we get a round of? We got to hook up some stuff to this.
Dad jokes going on here.
So I can do some applause. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So hey, we're a decent way into this podcast. Head over to our YouTube channel where we found this. We released something today, just now, hot off the motherfucking presses.
In fact, if you get there soon, it's still steaming.
It is. It's still
not
steaming.
A steamer.
It smells. It's our first DB short.
Yeah.
It's called, I forgot what it's called, Refrigerator.
Mishap.
Yes,
on Digital Barnyard at YouTube.
Well, if you found this, you found it on Digital Barnyard.
Yeah. We have other stuff here. We're not just funny, hilarious guys.
Yeah,
we're actually serious too at times.
I guess we
Aaron
have to be. I'm not serious, am I? Seriously?
We have a pretty fun creative process. I think I want to talk just about the process and some of the stuff we do when we come up with some of the stupid fucking shit.
Yep.
A lot of times, you were both firing back and forth, and I'm usually more game for ideas. Aaron will say, "Hey, let's get on top of a building and jump off and use a bucket for a parachute. It really works. It'll be fine."
Yeah, but you need a fucking filter.
No. But I'd be like, "Okay, let's do it." Really, you promise it works? But I'll come up with just some bizarre ideas. Like I pranked Aaron. This bit we just did. I don't want to.
Yeah, we don't want to give it too much away.
But basically, the idea just came from what started as a prank, and then we started doing some stuff with it, and then a thing happened, and it turned into something else.
We can be this specific. He left something on my desk that definitely didn't belong on my desk. Looking at it, going, "What the hell is this?"
On the desk.
And then a bit was born.
Because you wouldn't return it if you borrowed it.
Yeah. It's not like that. It's safe for work, absolutely. And so as we're getting into this process, usually what happens is, JP will come up with something nuts or crazy based on something he sees, because that's his brain is a crazy set of neurons and synapses like the rest of us.
It's not mounted in my head. It kind of rolls around.
He's got like an old school fucking switchboard, and sometimes they put him in the wrong hole, the switchboards, and something gets sent down, and all of a sudden it's Thunder Monkey Puddle or something, and he just has to say it.
Monkey Puddle.
And so that's kind of how it works. And so you bring that to me.
Oh, and let's not forget Punchy's Fuck Puppy Palace.
See, there we go. Punchy's Fuck. And the problem is, the mouth and tongue, they just, whatever is given to them, they have to say. Whatever's on the prompter, he will read.
Have to do this. It's my job. It's my destiny.
So what I have to do is, he spits this, is cacophony? Yeah, that'll work. He spits a cacophony of just ideas out, and then we have to kind of turn them into something we can use for a bit. That's generally how it works, let's be honest.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, you just come up, you're creative, whether you want to be or not. It's a received department.
It's just my head. It just works in weird, strange ways.
Yeah, you attack things from a strange light.
I don't know where it comes from. I mean, well, I did have a lot of head injuries.
Yeah, exactly. But so then what we'll do is we kind of massage this idea a little bit and filmed it out, and then we found some music that you'll hear when you watch it that would change the entire bit completely. We had ideas going into it. We film it. We sat down and edit it, and what the fuck? JP said, "Why don't we do it this way?" And I'm like, I guess let's just do it. And then as it kind of got done, I'm like, holy shit, that worked really well. So
I tend to not be I don't know. You could either call it just lack of fear or foolishness. It's like, well, the bog don't look that deep. I think it will be fine. It's only like 40, 50 feet.
That's not even water. That's hot tar. Oh, we shouldn't do that then.
We should get some cardboard then.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, get some fucking cardboard. Yeah. So this is what I deal with, okay?
We'll lay cardboard down.
Yeah.
It kind of be like Jesus when he was walking on the water, but this is tar and we're not Jesus.
This is what I'm talking about. That's the switchboard malfunctioned. He had to get it out. Yeah.
Well, hey, do you remember that time I sent you that little bit that it was about the boy and the harmonica on the table?
The boy and the harmonica on the table.
You
send me a lot of stuff, man. It's tough. It's tough to catalog all of it in my brain.
It was just this little thing. I woke up and I had this idea, and so this will just give these people an idea what I put this boy through. And it just hit me, and I'm like, oh, shit. And it was, the boy saw the harmonica sitting on the table and picked it up, turning it over in his hand. Then, without thinking and without preamble, the boy blew a sweet little melody on it. But you could tell that the Russian wasn't too happy about what just happened. As soon as the boy set the harmonica down, the Russian hand lanced out, scooped it up, and threw it to the boy, who deftly caught it. And the Russian looked over at Pierre and said softly, "Bury him with it."
So so that bit in itself is just funny. Like he spits all that out in a text, and that's probably sent at 4:35 in the morning on a weekday.
Well, I'm a busy guy.
No, you wake up early and his brain is in full fucking send mode, and it's full read write time, and all of a sudden he's just like, I gotta get this down, send it to him. So it doesn't wake me up in the middle of the night, but I wake up to it at my alarm. I look at my phone. I'm fuzzy, just groggy. My eyes can barely read. And then I kind of muscle my way through it and just shake my head. It's time to get into the shower. It's just like, how do you start your day with that story?
You have to shower after that happens because you're just dirty.
That cold shower and just shaking my head and a little bit of weeping. I can't wash this off. I can't wash this
hot
off.
Cup of Folgers.
Hot cup. That's right. Yeah, we have to. That's another thing we're going to be working with too. We made our own expansion to.
We have an expansion to Cards Against Humanity, but it's aptly named
Nards Against the Vanity.
Yes.
It has its own symbol that JP came up with.
Well, but it's not, it's
very subtle nuts.
The subtle nuts. Subtle
there
nuts.
We go. We'll go with that.
Dude, that's a name.
It is.
We just came up with a bad name. Look, subtle nuts.
Yep, I like it. Yeah. Listen here, subtle nuts.
You guys have to help us get this out there.
Well, it could be for somebody who's not so subtle. Just somebody that comes in, this sucks. Well, thanks a lot, subtle nuts.
Or you... Obviously
subtle nuts. I like that. That's good. All right, we'll have to remember this.
Or it could just be for someone who just doesn't have the balls to do anything. Oh, do we got subtle nuts?
Oh, God. So it has multiple uses. Hey, you know what's great? We got a ding. That's good.
That's that ding.
You know what that means? Ding, 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 ding. It's sellout time. Come on over. No, I'm kidding. We're not going to do that. That was a text message, and we forgot to turn the sound on.
Let's all go hand in hand.
Let's all go to the Dairy Queen and grab our... No.
Do you know McDonald's used to have, when I was a kid, I don't remember what it was, but I remember it was just so loud, and that fucking clown was everywhere.
You mean Ronald the clown?
Yeah, but it was the pre-Big Mac song.
The pre-Big Mac.
See, I remember.
Okay. That's old.
To all beef patty specials, all sausage, cheese, pickles, onions on sesame seed bun.
Wow.
Or backwards, it would be bun, seed, sesame, onions, pickles, lettuce, cheese, sauce, special patties, beef, all too. For those of you who are dyslexic.
Oh my God! It's like I didn't know you until after you did this.
We have to talk to the dyslexic people too.
Oh my God! It's like they speak a different language.
No, they just.
I don't know. What do you even call that? Is that xenophobia?
Oh, I can't do that I just know that word. Backwards.
Xenophobia.
Well,
what was the other word? To digress, we were talking about this in the car. What the hell is signaling? Virtue signaling.
Virtue signaling. Yes.
That's interesting. I heard that. So that's someone who has to go out in a public place and proclaim their virtues to everybody.
Yeah, so they have to tell you that they hate this person or that they like this person or that this is a good thing.
So a favorable thing for a lot of people who are not informed at all of what's going on with like Trump, let's say, right? So Trump does something stupid, and then they'll go out there and proclaim, oh, he's just so stupid and I do not stand for this. And I heard this on, I believe it was Joe Rogan. So he was out on, I believe, the streets of L.A. going to something, and he had this protester outside of one of the Trump buildings, and he was saying, KKK.
Who saw him, Trump or Rogan?
Rogan saw this protester, and it said something. It was like, Trump is KKK something anti-gay. Okay, so they had this whole rant, and he just kept yelling it over and over and over again. And Rogan just kind of saw him out of the corner of his eye, and then there were two black people walking, and this guy looked, saw the black people, and then started changing his rant to, not rant, but his protest to Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter.
Oh.
And so, and Rogan just kind of shook his head like, what the fuck do you even stand for? Like, virtue signaling. That's exactly what that is. That guy is virtue signaling. Well, he doesn't stand for much of anything. He just wants to...
He wants to be heard.
He wants to be heard. Exactly.
Regardless of what the message is.
Thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and
is
prayers.
A virtue signal. Shit. Thoughts and prayers. My thoughts and prayers are with you. Oh, really?
Yeah, fucking Jeselnik nailed it.
Yeah. So it's something learned today that I will never do. Virtue signaling. Let's not do that.
Yeah. Or... if you are going to burst out in some virtuous rant, virtue signal at that point, so we know you're gonna do it.
Yeah, I like that. Virtue signal that you're going to virtue signal. I like that. That's real good. That reminds me of a colleague at work. He was a very boastful guy. I told this story a few times, and I finally called this gentleman out, and I go, "Listen, man, you don't have to brag about anything. If you're not good at, like we were talking about hockey, if you're not good at hockey." Don't make up that you're good at hockey. Just say you're not good at hockey. Be humble. And so I thought it sunk in. So he's in another conversation. Somebody brings up something about cars or something, for instance, and this guy said, "You know what? I'm not good with those. I don't know much about them, but they interest me." And so I'm thinking, "Holy shit! All right, fucking hey, we fixed the problem." And then he comes over to me and he says, "You see what I did there? You see what I did there? I didn't say I was good at something. You see that?" And I'm like,
he wanted a cookie.
You didn't understand anything. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah, but
it just goes to show you
I kind of
we're
do
on
that
different
too.
frequencies.
Don't I do that too sometimes though?
What's that?
Oh,
yeah, you like to show off the things you do.
Yeah, but it's not a show off, it's a sharing. There's a difference. I don't want a pat on the back, I don't want a cookie.
To a crazy-minded introvert like me, no, there's not much of it. Yeah, to me, it's I know where you're coming from.
So our relationship, is this like more of a Stockholm syndrome on your part?
No, God, son of a bitch. Nicely done. No, there you go.
It started bad, but it's gotten good. It's going to be better.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Want to go home?
Yeah.
Did you see that video, man? I caught some video on the web. Some chick. It was a security camera footage from a convenience store gas station.
Oh yeah.
Where she, as the car's going by, the trunk flips open and she tumbles out of the trunk and runs into the fucking store. I guess somebody was trying to kidnap her, and she got out of the trunk.
Oh, geez.
Yeah,
no,
it's crazy footage
one.
to see, man.
Wow. I saw another one where this woman crashed into a gas station, and these guys were filming, and she was, like, threatening them. I don't know, it's Reddit.
Is that new?
Yeah, that was from, oh, shit, I think it was from today. It was a Reddit post.
Wow.
I saw. Yeah.
I just don't get...
Crazy world.
It is a crazy world.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's a movie I saw a long fucking time ago called Miracle Mile. And the tall nerd was in it from Revenge of the Nerds.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he was in it. Noah something, right? I don't know. Fucking anyway.
Was he the guy that went on ER?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's awesome. Not Trevor Noah, sorry. That's the other guy in ER.
Okay.
But anyway, fuck. Miracle Mile is about where this dude, he's sitting in a restaurant, like it was a Denny's in California. And
classy.
He walks out for a smoke or something like that. I forget what it was. But the phone rings. The payphone rings, and so he answers it, and it's a soldier, and he's freaked out and upset. And he says, "Hey, the bombs are flying, man. The fucking bombs are flying. It's really happening. I'm sorry."
Ooh.
And this guy just called on a payphone, right? And so, nerd dude, let's call him nerd dude because I don't know his name.
ER dude.
He's like, "Who the fuck is this?" ER dude.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is this? And the guy's like, "This isn't Dad." And, "What, Dad?" And all of a sudden you hear soldiers, and the door kicks in and gunfire, and then the line goes dead.
Holy shit.
So he goes into the restaurant, and he tells the people in there what had happened. And next thing you know, everyone's freaking out, and it just kind of starts this thing. But then the entire fucking city just goes insane. I mean, this guy's trying to get out of the city before the nuke hits.
Oh, wow.
And,
okay.
But and also they mix in a little love because he finally meets the girl of his dreams.
Ooh.
Yeah,
in a
and
hurry.
They're
that's
on
cool.
that day. No, on that day, and then this shit happens, and
okay.
And so now he's trying to rescue her to get her out of there, and da 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 da. But it was just crazy about how
when did this come out?
80s.
80s. Okay.
But
gotcha.
It was just the madness how everyone just said fuck it. They lost their shit. All social norms for a lot of people were gone, just completely gone. Like this one character who was kind of like a C character through the whole movie, who started out as this big time banker businessman, right? At the end of the movie is running around in his underwear, just fucking rubbing eggs and shit all over his head.
Oh, he's went totally fucking mad.
Yeah, and then so it's a pretty good story. It's a good character piece. I recommend it. But that was just a long-winded version of saying, yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, would you say you digressed?
Say it ain't so.
No, not at all. Well,
I think we're coming to the end.
We are.
Have we ever digressed from the end?
I'm
so glad we had this time together.
I'm so glad we had this. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
We should probably end.
Well, it's okay to serenade these people off.
Serenade. They've turned this shit off long ago, let's be honest. If you're still listening, the secret code is Whisker Bunny Bravo Mumble Shot.
Grumble Mumble Shot.
Yeah.
And don't forget to spin.
Yeah.
You know how many times.
And don't forget, check out our bits. Let us know if you like them. Upvote them. If you don't, downvote them.
But either way, comment.
And this is brought to you by
Sean Durr's Auto Parts, where they have pretty much anything you want. If they don't have it, they'll find it in somebody else's car.
All right. Have a good one, everybody.
Bye. I love you. This time I mean
Way to not talk into the mic.
This time I mean it.
He means it.